This is such a cool core combo as well, because both Lesh and Timber, you utilize the mana, the bonus from the Wisp, but they're also super dependent on having that healing factor.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Armel's
I mean,
low.
Armel is pretty low, but Undying ganks aren't exactly the best.
What are you
but
doing? What are you doing?
Maybe he can get this. I mean, he's surrounding him.
Tombstone
level 1, and he's going to be able to chase down Armel. The Fairy Fire goes off, but Armel was completely surprised by this one. The zombie and the last hit from Miracle. He's going to be able to chase him down.
What was that?
How often do you see a level 1 Tombstone ganking Undying?
And now he's just sitting here.
That's why it was so important for Jabs to play that back-laning position in the first place, right? Because a lot more dangerous for you to be playing in lane all the time. The Bramble's trying to slow things down, but ILTW is just going to be gone on and killed. DJ doesn't need to be in that top lane. You were a great mid laner back then. Nowadays,
way back then.
Way
Although
back.
some people would agree. He's too far away, but I can hear No Tail chuckling in the green room.
Uh-oh. Caught by the Brambles, does manage to get the snowball off in time to dodge the EMP. He's still going to be in a bit of no man's land, but there is DJ
arrow
to be able to help him out, and the arrow does land over to Jabs. He is actually kind of low. Back over to Januel, who's trying to finish off Miracle, but he won't quite be able to get it. The Tombstone is out, though, so even if Kuro's low, these two are going to have to retreat. Back over to Jabs in the top lane, who's still trying to get away from mind control. Let's talk about Armel trying to deal with that Tombstone before he gets away. The damage is slowed down, but is it going to be enough? The Urn, they see him. The Shadow Realm, the Tornado is there as well. They had certainly enough damage to be able to finish him off, and Jabs did die in that top lane as Timber saw as ultimately he was cornered.
This is the dual roam. I feel like every team, I've watched DJ play on FNATIC for years and years. I feel like this always ends up happening.
Yeah, he was doing it with Jabs. Now he's got a new support partner here. Nice. They're going to be able to find this kill onto Mind Control.
That's so much damage.
Yeah. Here's a Helmet Dominator. Pickup of the Centaur creep. This is something that we've just kind of like postulated, that jungle creeps being stronger means Helmet Dom is better as well. Snowball, but that's kind of a dead end. He's going to try and do the shard trick over the cliff, and he does get over the trees, but sadly still up there on the high ground.
Worth it. Yep. Hey, boy, DJ with Jabs oftentimes is relegated to more of the 5 role, and I feel like this is one of the first 4 positions that was really a superstar, and it's nice to be able to see him on his role for real.
Yeah, remember Manila Major? Chance going on DJ.
Oh, yeah.
His Enigma was epic, and now his Mirana is trying to stay alive, but GH with the Haste Rune is able to chase him down. Miracle, though, might be in a spot of trouble if they can get the right kind of ice shards in here. They block him up here on this high ground, and Jabs doesn't even bother looking at him. He's looking for that next kill, which is going to be onto GH. They don't have any stuns, though.
The potential of a carry Wisp, and then both Lesh and Timbersaw will scale, especially with the lead they've got.
Ooh, arrow off the mark there. Still hoping to be able to chase him down. He doesn't have a tower to be able to retreat to, and his Firefly is going to run out fairly soon as the Ice Shards doesn't quite get him there, and Jabs missing with the Chakram as well. They've got one last chance to be able to maybe catch him with this Timber Chain in the second round of Chakram. They catch up to him, Snowball. They do manage to get the lasso before, but Mind Control is probably going to be run down at tier 2. And nobody's out there to help MC. They're too focused on mid, apparently.
Leshrak's also one of the faster heroes in Dota, so it's going to be tough for NIGMA to control areas of the map and force FNATIC to fight in them.
And that's why MC's game, like, going well from the laning phase was so important, right? Because he's the hero that is able to keep people inside of those areas. Trying to siege down this mid-tier 1 tower. Kuro goes ahead and pops the ultimate, making himself a little bit tanky. The Terrorize being threatened there. In fact, poor Tuss is going to get run down by Kuro. They can't really fight back into this Undying very well. They almost kill him. TJ leaps in for the finishing blow, but ultimately it's a support for support trade-off. Now Jabs is here. Does a lot of damage to Miracle before he gets stunned up.
FNATIC, you just want to sustain that initial jump target, and then you just spit out damage as you walk at him.
They see Miracle, thanks to that ward combination being laid down. And they do have Raven, who's going to be joining in this fight immediately. Kuro trying to focus him down. A nice toss back into the Tuss, puts them together, and the damage of the Tombstone is just overwhelming FNATIC here as Miracle picks up the double kill. Jabs is still pretty healthy, though, still trying to fight it out. Does manage to get the Chakram onto mind control before the lasso comes in, and with the help of Mirana, they do manage to get that kill. He's inside of a Brambles, but picked up by a Snowball, dodges the Tornado as well. Jabs a little low on mana, but he's got enough to be able to Timber Chain through and get the kill on Miracle. A TP out from the tour. Oh, he got hit by an arrow, so they're going to get ILTW as well.
Wow.
What a turn towards the latter half of that team fight by FNATIC.
What a buyback as well. Save Timber and then also sets up for bonus kills. I love watching Dota of this caliber. Like DJ, you know, recognizing that kill secured, then boom, switches to go get the TPing Tiny. Like,
oh, and they're going to be able to find Mind Control again. Mind Control, he needs some help, and he's not going to get any. Raven's here to help get the kill. Kuro shows up with a tombstone, and look at Tuss. He waves goodbye. Bye-bye. You don't have any stuns on an Undying, and Raven can easily relocate back out after he joined in on that fight. Now they're going to go. They saw heroes in the bottom lane. Immediately, FNATIC pounds on mid. Fortunately, GH was able to complete a TP. Here they come. A 3-man smoke with a relocate ready to go. On top of that, they find their initiation. They're going to start off. Yules leap away into the arrow. It does land on ILTW.
High ground tomb.
They do have high ground tomb. The tomb is being kept alive. They do manage to get a beautiful terrorize onto 3 with Mind Control being able to follow that up, but an instant kill onto Leshrac. Raven hoping the relocate gets him back out, but it will not. NIGMA Galaxy. You were saying they have to play for this 5-man team fight, and they found a beautiful one. As last time, they overextended a little bit by going on to Jabs. Daniel, can he do it again with the Snowball? He's going to be able to stall up ILTW inside of that Chakram for a little bit longer. Pull back, miss Timber Chain. No trees were there anymore due to the Bat Rider. Yule Scepter, though, and he comes back down straight on top of the Timber Saw. That Whirling Death cuts him to pieces. They still have to be careful of Jabs, but they're slowly corralling him. As long as nobody gets hit by an arrow or anything.
I don't know if you... Oh, but the Vessel might help.
Yeah, Curse Crown, bump into another Bramble. Nice play from Mind Control. He was in one Bramble, and then he just, boop, bumps him with the Flame Break into another one. Nice combo.
Can you... There's no cosmetics for that, right?
No. That's just a pick.
That's the next phase, guys. Mark my words, it's coming. You're going to be able to...
Mark my words.
Equip different neutral items.
So dramatic. DJ tries to get the Yules, and he does manage to get it.
Nice Kuro.
Arrow interrupted by Kuro. He intentionally blocks the arrow to be able to help DH get out alive, but he won't be able to. The tomb is out, but FNATIC, this time around, they're able to focus the tombstone because nobody else from NIGMA Galaxy is around.
The whole concept of the way that NIGMA want to play these fights is tomb goes down, it's baited, and then boom, Quad Spikes Invoker, a Fear, the Lasso, the Tiny. If you get jumped like this, you can't protect tombstone, you can't protect your supports. Fight's over for sure. The free smoke.
Moonlight Shadow going to be used as they start making their move towards mid. See Invoker going to get caught here. Miracle. They spotted him. They see Kuro. They're going to go for him first. See if the Walrus Punch plus the follow-up is enough to be able to get the kill nice and quick. ILTW comes in with a monster avalanche onto 3. A nice toss. Doesn't get a single kill, but brings lots low. Terrorize goes out in order to protect ILTW as he tries to get away from this pesky Timber Saw. Gets a little bit low. Self-Yules off of the Timber Chain. A nice clean escape to be able to get rid of the Vessel. The rest of FNATIC on retreat as NIGMA Galaxy, they hope to be able to just get any kill out of this chase, and they will be able to catch up to the Tuss. He dies first. Armel with a fresh BKB, though. The tombstone's out, but they manage to grab this Leshrac, and they focus him down despite the BKB. He gets melted. Alacrity, self-alacrity onto Miracle helps bring him down. DJ's going to be caught up in the tombstone, and now Jabs, once again, they left him for last, or at least trying to.
Buyback.
They're going to buy back again to be able to protect Jabs' Timber Saw. They're focusing him down. The Sunstrike does a good amount of damage. Timber Chain on through, but he doesn't have a way out. Now DJ, he's got to make sure he doesn't die back here. Gives Raven an opportunity to be able to tether himself away. Getting burned. Here comes the Meteor. Raven, he's in some trouble here, but they're going to dive in pretty deep to be able to finish him off. Into tier 3s. They get the kill onto Raven, but now kicked up in the air. ILTW will trade his life for that, and that feels a little awkward because they also lost Miracle.
So emphasizing these defensive wards. Now it's more commonplace. Spirit, the famous ward on the high ground, but that actually you see in the bottom radiant jungle place now. Everybody does it, but it used to not be.
Re-smoke, run back into each other. Miracle just managed to catch him first with the Tornado. They're going to go for the same lasso play with the BKB. They're just going to burst through him. ILTW beats him to a pulp.
Yeah, I can't believe he's so farmed. I mean, the laning phase certainly went well for Miracle, but he's top net worth. That is spooky.
Yeah.
And they have Roche damage.
Now, you said Jabs. He's kind of invincible, and he knows it too. He's just going in there with a double BKBs. They're trying to focus on ILTW right now, but Jabs may have Timber Chain a little bit too far away from ILTW. They get him in the end, and he does not have buyback to contest this Roshan. But DJ, he's not going to be able to leap out. Awkward leaps all around. Tries one more time to get up to the high ground, misses it, and is caught by NIGMA Galaxy. 3 down on the side of FNATIC, but the Tuss is coming back up. They're still going to be able to defend Roshan.
Can't see a world where he's getting like focus fired. You're not really able to 100-0 him too easily before he would BKB. Armel?
Speaking of Armel, he was relying. I mean, that was really sick.
What?
They covered it with the Terrorize. He thought he was going to get Blink Snowball saved, and the Terrorize landed right as he attempted to do that. Jabs, well, he's doing what you're talking about. He's completed a Kaya Sanj. He's putting his body on the line here.
Crow saw this.
Sees the Moonlight Shadow. They look at NIGMA. They're all set up on the side of the trees here, off map. They only really see Miracle. They're going to go for him. They manage to hit the Walrus Punch, but the BKB goes off, and his toss is immediately landed in no man's land. DJ triple leap in order to get out of here, but the tree is coming! 793 damage from that one. And now Jabs behind enemy lines with this Aegis. They're immediately going to buy back on FNATIC. They know they need it. NIGMA Galaxy blew most of their initiation to be able to get the kills on the supports. Now it's a question whether or not FNATIC can bounce back. They're going to be able to get this opening kill onto Mind Control. Dead for 85. Jabs looks for more. Diving in deep, ILTW turning back around, going for the Raven with the Meteoron hammered on top of him. Raven gets bursted down. He did not expect that kind of firepower coming out. Looks like he will manage to catch Kuro, but Jab's blown so much. And the rest of his team, they're left without a Timbersaw. They are being absolutely destroyed by ILTW and Co. Miracle is going to work on this Invoker, and now it's just the Timbersaw left.
Scotty on Miracle as well. Like, there's no sustain. Vessel plus Scotty. And they just save Jabs for last. Have him for dessert.
Well, they've got BKB. Jabs is not going to try and go for a TP out, which he could have. Instead, he wants to be able to get the kill. Okay, now he goes for it.
He's not going to make it.
He's not going to make it in time. He didn't give himself enough of a window.
It's like fortification, the armor type. Is it in there? I don't know.
Oh, for this one, it's just the 50% that they put in, which I believe means that bonus damage is more effective on Tiny than it was before. Toss, okay, that's a nice Walrus Punch, arrow combination, but it wasn't enough chain stun. Miracle still managed to get off his BKB, and now they're going to drag back Armel. Reload attempt, did they get him out? They did. That is going to be able to save Armel, and might actually be able to get the kill on Miracle. They're catching up to him with the orbs, and they manage to catch him. Balls indeed, Kyle, as they manage to catch Miracle by a pair of those, and now Kuro's going to get run down as well. The rest of NIGMA Galaxy, maybe a little bit too ambitious, will head off into this tier 2 to defend it. Here comes Mind Control. Oh, he spots Armel! Oh, they caught him before he could TP out. He's just too damn fast. Look at him. Immediately Refresher and looking for more, perhaps, but the rest of FNATIC have already completed their retreat.
Had popped the BKB, now he's still immediately ready to select his next target. And if they can push out mid-wave, they can go straight top, taking to the Raxo Miracle.
They're going to try this combination again. The Walrus Punch into the Snowball, into the arrow, into the chain stun that gets the kill. A nice opener here from FNATIC. Raven's going to be grabbed by the lasso. The Balls are doing a good amount of damage back into Mind Control. He's got his BKB, but the physical damage of the Tiny. He's got to get out of here, relocate away, and they're good. The two of them are out. They're going to leave Jabs behind, though. Jabs, he's got to be so careful. ILTW, no longer can he stand up to that big man.
Daedalus Moonshard, what a combination.
Yeah.
I mean, that was sick from FNATIC. Like, making the worst of the best out of a bad situation. You're down a hero. You've got to make a move. They 100-0 Miracle. He buys back meaning. They're going right for the Juggernaut.
Especially with ILTW finding that opening on DJ. It's a great opportunity to get 2 lanes, maybe go straight for tier 4s because you still have the tier 2 up and bottom lane.
Yeah, you can just go for the game here. It's 5 on 2 for a period. Look at the damage.
Yeah, I mean, he just absolutely devastates these buildings. Between the tree, the shard, and that alacrity. They're going to try and stop this, but the Terrorize just going to be able to push away. They're just going to focus on the throne, and FNATIC cannot do anything to stop it. NIGMA Galaxy off to a great start. First time in a while, and they've been back on land.